Track junkies will sing this car's praises all the way to the finish line. But as a regular spectator NPC myself, I can definitively say that this car scares me. And when I think about how much it costs, my soul literally leaves my body, and so does my wallet. I'm John with Blackbird Productions, and in today's video, we're gonna try and attempt to retrieve my soul as well as my wallet, while also reviewing this absolute monster of a car, the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT Black Series. Enjoy.
I honestly feel like this car shouldn't even exist on the same plane of existence as regular cars. It belongs in another dimension entirely. But if you're fortunate enough to traverse space and time, you might find yourself behind the wheel of one of these extra special AMG GTs here on our beloved Earth in 2025. Power in this AMG GT Black Series is nothing short of otherworldly. Under the hood, you've got a galaxy-splitting 4-liter twin-turbo V8 pushing a staggering 720 horsepower, as well as 590 pound-feet of torque, launching this car from 0 to 60 in just 3.2 seconds. As for handling, there is really no surprise here. It's brutal. Exactly what you'd expect from a machine built with track domination in mind. The AMG GT Black Series doesn't prioritize comfort, it prioritizes precision. This isn't just a weekend car, it's a purpose-built track weapon, and it makes no apologies for that. The exterior of this thing is downright intimidating, easily the kind of car that'll make your track buddies think twice before lining up next to you. And while the local Aventador SVJ has the ability to ore farm at a local car meet, this car can confidently pull up and steal the show without saying much. But let's be honest, the real star of the show is this massive rear wing, which catches attention from miles away. But beyond the comically large wing, you're also getting 21-inch wheels paired with aggressive aero all around this car. I'm talking scoops, vents, splitters everywhere. This car didn't just show up to the track to win, it also came to ruin someone's day. Mercedes built this car with a singular mission: dominate the Nürburgring. And when you look at the design, it's clear they weren't playing games. Every line, vent, and wing screams one thing above all else, and that's performance. So now, it's time for the intermission. But first, if you're enjoying the video so far, let me know by hitting the like button, and also consider subscribing. I create new car reviews like this every month. Thank you in advance. The interior looks pretty comfortable, but the key word here is looks. You're getting Alcantara just about everywhere, giving this interior a very premium feel. But don't let the upscale materials fool you. Because of the harsh ride, it's not exactly a luxury cruiser. However, if Mercedes had equipped this AMG with a softer adaptive suspension, the interior would easily match the comfort you expect from something this high-end. As it stands though, this is a quality, well-crafted interior, but one that's unapologetically performance-focused. As for storage, it's surprisingly not as compromised as you might expect. You actually get a relatively spacious rear trunk with a pretty good size opening, but it's not very deep. The other surprising thing I noticed in this car was that there's an actual cup holder in the center console area, and honestly, for a car this performance focused, it's decently sized. You also get a small center console compartment for stashing smaller items like keys or your phone. So practical, barely, but for a track weapon like this, it's more than I expected. So now let's talk about cons, and usually I'll call this section of the review cons, but these are more like drawbacks, so bear with me here. The first one is that this car is just not a daily driver, and honestly, I'd argue it's not even a weekend cruiser to take your partner out for a night on the town. It's none of those things, and it's not trying to be. This car exists for one purpose: to dominate the track. If you can accept that and embrace its singular focus, then chances are the car will find you, if you're fortunate enough to own one, of course. Secondly, slight nitpick here, but the doors have to be slammed pretty hard to fully latch. I'm not sure if this is true across all AMG GT models, but in this particular one, it feels like closing the door of something much older, which definitely caught me off guard. It's a small thing, but worth mentioning, especially for a car at this price level. The last drawback is around just the way this car looks. The addition of various engine scoops and aggressive aerodynamic styling makes this car look pretty busy, especially if you go for a louder color like orange. But honestly, as I've mentioned throughout this review, this is a track-focused car. These bold design choices are functional first and likely won't bother anyone who's generally in the market for a car like this. That said though, having this car in either matte black or this matte silver would be my preference in terms of overall design aesthetic, and I believe these colors suit this car quite well. Now it is time for the rapid fire round. This segment includes my favorite feature, something I'd change, as well as advice for an aspiring owner. For my favorite feature, it's definitely the carbon fiber. The best part is the addition of the functional carbon fiber, and emphasis on functional. Unlike other cars that slap on carbon fiber overlays, or even worse, fake carbon fiber just for looks, everything here serves a real purpose. And honestly, it's just refreshing to see carbon fiber used the way it's meant to be used. Next, let's talk about the axle lift system in this car, and the fact that it doesn't actually have one. To my surprise, the AMG GT Black Series doesn't come with one, which made filming in my original location a real challenge. And you'd think for a car like this, Mercedes would add something just to kind of lift the car up a couple inches off the ground to clear just speed bumps, things like that, but that's just not the case in this car. And obviously they did it for weight savings, but I still feel like, weight aside, I feel like something like that probably would have been pretty helpful. Alright, so advice for future owners. This car comes in at over $500,000, and with this being a special edition Mercedes built specifically for the track, you really have to want this car to justify the price. My advice, if you're ever fortunate enough to own something like this, just make sure you know exactly what you're getting into, with this being just a track-focused car and all. Now let's give this car a rating. My rating system is based on key considerations that most buyers consider when making a purchase on a car. These include quality of materials, overall reliability, styling, handling, and also power. After I rate each individual category, I'll average up the numbers, and then I'll come up with an overall rating so you can see how it stacks against other cars that I've rated on the channel, which has only been one so far, because this is a relatively new rating system. But anyway, let's start with quality. So in terms of quality, it's a Mercedes at the higher echelon of Mercedes models. But I have seen an equal level of quality in other interiors of supercars that are far less than this one. So for that reason, I'll give this car a 4 out of 5 for quality. Next up is reliability. One could say reliability in a car like this is frivolous, but the fact is you can't enjoy this track toy if it's in the shop all the time. And I'm happy to report that these are pretty reliable. But just like with any high performance car, staying on top of maintenance is a requirement. So just take care of your maintenance items and you should be fine. I'll give reliability a 4 out of 5. As for styling, It's definitely purpose driven here, but it earns some points since you do have the flexibility of opting for a more muted color combo with the contrast carbon fiber pieces. So for styling, I'll go with a 3 out of 5. Handling is also pretty purposeful, but it doesn't offer any flexibility for those who just want to take a smooth Sunday morning cruise. So for that reason, I'll give handling a 3 out of 5 here. As for power, it's excellent in this car, but dare I say, falling behind the competition given that the new Corvette is supposed to be making 1,200 horses and can be had for a little less than this car. So add these up and it comes up to like 3.6 or something like that. So I actually round to the nearest whole number. So for that reason, I'll give this car a 4 out of 5 as its overall rating. And hey, I'm happy to report that I found both my wallet as well as my soul after riding shotgun in this car. Sure, it's a little intimidating to look at, but the moment you hear those explosive bangs and pops coming from the rear, all that hesitation turns into pure excitement. Big thanks to my buddy Roberto at Modern Mercedes Repair Specialist in Farmers Branch, Texas, for connecting me with the owner of this AMG GT Black Series. Check out the website in the description, and if you're local with a Mercedes, ask for Roberto, he'll take care of you, and if you tell him you came from this channel, he might even hook you up. I also wanted to give a huge thanks to the owner of this car, not only for being open to working with me on scheduling, but also for being super flexible about the location that we filmed at. I honestly couldn't make this video happen without both the support of Roberto and the person that owns this Mercedes-Benz AMG GT Black Series. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more car reviews like this. And this has been John with Blackbird Productions. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah.